From sunrise to sunset, come along with me and my dogs as I travel any and everywhere I want to drive, because home is where I park it. I have a tendency to hit record and then drink. Maybe not on this channel, but on one of my other channels. Yeah, I do. So in case you're like, other channel, yeah, I have another YouTube channel where I read basically the Bible. I read my daily devotions to everybody. It's called Daily Spiritual Soul Food. I'm like, what is it called? But yeah, for a long time, I'd always hit record and then to just start drinking. And I'm just like, why do I do that? I don't know. I'm no longer nervous being in front of the camera. I know. In the beginning, extremely nervous. You could see my very first couple recordings. You like, yeah, I've been recording on YouTube for over 2 years now. For a period, I took like a year off because I was helping my sister who had cancer. Last Sunday, she was declared cancer-free. So, yay! Now I could start to get back to being me. Like, seriously. She was pronounced cancer-free, and moments later, the relief was just lifted off of me to where I really started to feel like Melody Brown again. Like, for the last year, I've just been so concerned with my sister and her children and their well-being that almost everything has taken a back seat. Like, the things I passionately love have taken a back seat. I realized the other day that I haven't even read a single book all year. And I used to read like 2 to 3 books a month. Today's September 1st when I'm recording this, and I haven't read a book all year. I purchased a book. Sometime in last fall. I don't even think I've read page 1. I don't recall, but Sunday we're told cancer free, and I'm like, yay! And I started feeling like myself again. And then Monday, my son told me he had an interview. He came back and he was like, yeah, that place is really hiring. Like, you need to put in an application. So I put in an application, and they gave me an interview for Wednesday. And this morning, I finally heard back from them, and they're like, the location that you put the application in for, apparently they filled the position with somebody else. Like, that's just the nicest way to say it. But they did tell me, like, to reach out to HR. They gave me an email address and a phone number to contact to let them know if I was interested in another location. Yeah, because that's not even the location where my son got hired. Like, he put in an application at 2 different gas stations, same company, 2 different gas stations, and he got hired to the one down the street. And it's the one down the street's 0.7 miles from us. It's literally up the street, like, it's the next intersection. Like, and he was like, I could run there if I wanted to. Yeah, you could. You're not going to, because I know you. Like, but yeah, you could. The one where I was trying to get hired is 2.4 miles away from here. And the reason why I wanted to be there is because it is a truck stop. And it has been like a dream of mine since I've like, this dog's going to stay. Like, she's going to get on the bed and mess up the camera location. Like, I don't even have it on a tripod. I just propped it up. She's still going to get up here. But she didn't walk up on the steps. If she would have walked up on the steps, the camera would have fell. Like, but I wanted to work at the truck stop area. I really did. Like, I'm so fascinated with truck stops. I've been fascinated with truck stops since, I think, 2005. The first time I recall going to a truck stop with my first husband, who was a trucker. He worked for a private company driving 18-wheelers cross country. Like, so yeah, I wanted to work there. They declined me. So I emailed HR and I called them, like, cause I'm thorough. I want to be hired. I don't know if it's my past that keeps on preventing me from being hired, But this is one reason why it was so hard of me to leave a criminal life, is because nobody wanted to hire me. I'm not, like, I feel like I can go to Tyson. I don't want to work at Tyson. It smells like manure there. It smells like manure there. And then I would run the risk of running into my current husband, which I want a divorce. It's the whole reason why I want to get a job, is so I can expedite this divorce. Like, yeah, I feel like I can get alimony. I really do, because we got married. He said, "Stop working. I'll take care of you forever, for the rest of your life." And I did. I worked for DoorDash maybe a year into our marriage, and then I was having some car troubles, and I was just like, nope, I'm just going to put all my time and effort into saving up for the van. And that's why I have my van right now. Like, I'm going to sell life insurance, but I need to pay off those warrants for me to be able to do so. I haven't even called to see how much it's going to cost. Like, I have a crippling fear of people telling me stuff I don't want to hear. So it prevents me from doing stuff that I need to do. I have hair stuck to my lip. I think it's like stuck in my lip. There, I got it. But I've really gone through a hard time this year. Like, January 10th, 11th? What was this? January 13th. January 13th, Diamond died. Then April 19th, Opal died. And then, like, I'm getting sad saying these things. July 30th, Pearl died. And then August 9th, Valerie died. My husband moved out. I think it was like June 1st or something around there, the first week of June. My van broke down. I don't even know what's wrong with my van, because it's just been so hot that I haven't really been asphyxiated on trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Like, if it's something, I can't even say if it's something simple, but I'm most likely going to be the one to fix it. Like, I'm going to have my son's best friend, who's a mechanic, come over in the next 2 weeks and just tell me what's wrong with it. Tell me what's wrong with it, and I'll fix it. I'll fix it myself. Like, I've done alternators. I'm hoping it's the fuel pump. I'm really hoping it's the fuel pump. Like, and I know I'm pretty sure I need I don't know if it's called the brake cylinder or whatever, the thing that holds the brake fluid, because it leaks these days. Like, I've had a lot going on in my life, and it's not making me depressed, but I'm having like ADHD, AUD, autism, burnout. And I haven't been officially diagnosed with autism, but I'm really believing that I suffer from autism, because almost every sign that they say relates to autism, I'm like, that's me. Like, that just, it makes so much more sense. Like, yeah, I have that issue. I have that issue, and I get crippling burnout. Like, seriously, it puts me in paralysis to where I can't. Like, I mean, I can't physically not move. That's not the issue. But my mind and my body will not sync up to where it's like, okay, do this. Like, things need to be accomplished, and I can't bring myself to do them. Like, it took me over a week just to put in the solar panels. Like, I just got 400 more watts of solar on my roof. And it took me the longest to do it. And I end up running out of sealant, because when you're drilling holes into your roof, you need to have something to seal the holes so they don't leak. I ran out of sealant, and I had to order some more via Amazon, because asking my son to do stuff, he does it whenever he feels like it on his schedule. So no, I ordered the sealant and got here 2 days later. I still haven't gone up on the roof to finish drilling those holes. And I was like, what's the rush? what's the rush? I'm not driving anywhere anytime soon, and they are screwed down enough to where they're not going to fly off when the wind blows. Like, I have a plug-in, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a trickle-down charger for my battery for the van. And I haven't even taken out the box. I haven't even taken out the box because the day that Bertha, because that's what I named my van, Big Bertha, the day that Bertha broke down, like, I had to jump start it to get her to go. And then, like, 30 minutes later, she just died on me. Like, so I ended up buying a charger. I bought the plug to diagnose what's wrong with her. The plug works because I tried it on the Ford. I guess because Bertha's so old. And yes, I bought the attachment because I have a 98, a 95. I have a 95 Chevy. And so you have to buy the OBD1 adapter so it'll adapt to the OBD2 reader because they do OBDs 2 after 95. Like, I know, right? Couldn't get a read, so it can just tell me what was wrong with it. Because that's what I used to do on my Ford. I'd just go straight to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or Advanced, and I'd be like, I need your readers. They give me the little computer code, tell me what's wrong, and then I YouTube how to fix it. Like, yeah. I haven't even done that. Like, the batteries. Yeah, I disconnected the battery. Stupid fly. I disconnected the battery because the way I have the radio set up is basically straight from the battery, and if I'm never driving her, it's going to drain the battery. So the battery's like literally disconnected because is the battery disconnected? No, I think I just disconnected the radio. Like, yeah, I do wiring. I do wiring. I've done coolant outlet systems. I've done the thermostat unit, whatever. I forget what these things are called. I've done the head gasket. I've done brakes. I work under the hood. I don't look like I work under the hood, but I have my own mechanic's jumpsuit, and I have a toolbox that is overflowing. I don't have any more room in my toolbox for tools, and I keep on buying. Every time I have to do something new that requires a new tool, I purchase that tool because in my mind, what's the point of renting it? Because if it breaks again, I'm gonna need to rent the tool again. I just like to have the tools on deck. Like, so yeah, I know I dress like a girly girl. That's because that's the way my grandmother raised me. But I do a whole lot of masculine things. Like, I really am going to fix my van myself. Like, I want to work. I want to be able to provide my own income. I want to divorce my husband, and I want to get back on the road. I have been here for 3 months straight. And I don't mean just I've been in Amarillo for 3 months straight. I've been in Amarillo for almost 4 months. Oh my goodness, time flies. But Bertha's been broken down for like 90 days. I haven't gone anywhere. Like, anywhere. I went to take my state licensing test for life insurance, and I went to get fingerprinted. And I went to the pawn shop. Other than that, I haven't been anywhere in 90 days. And that would be great if I was like living in the woods. If I was parked in the woods, I'd be A-okay with that. Like, yeah, I get my food delivered via Walmart delivery these days. Like, they just come right to my door, and I'm like, right here. Like, everything, Amazon, everything gets delivered. Praise God for that. Like, so I physically, like, I haven't been in contact with people. Other than my son. That's one reason why I was willing to work at the gas station, because I'm just like, I need to be around people. Like, I feel a little stir crazy because I haven't been around people. And yeah, I could have been going for walks, but it was so hot. It was so hot. I wasn't walking. And then I went for walks 2 days in a row. And then I think the third day I woke up and I had a headache. And I had to go to the interview, so I didn't go for a walk. And and then on Thursday, I woke up and my whole body hurt. I'm going through perimenopause, and it's you think just your regular cycle is, man, I laughed at the symptoms because I'm like, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's a lie. That's a lie. I have mood swings like what? I'm used to having mood swings 2-3 days and be okay. No, now any and every time something aggravates me, I'm ready to snap, and I'm just like, I understand why God has me isolated right now, because I have to get a handle on these things. Like, and now that my sister's cancer free, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better, because that was my major concern in life. It had me off my rocker. It really had me off my rocker. Because that's my baby sister, and I've taken care of her most of her entire life. Seriously, like, my mother only called her one time while she had cancer, like. And our dad died years ago, and all of our grandparents are dead. None of my other brothers and sisters, like, no, like, yeah, they reached out to her a couple of times, but I'm the only person she's close to. And so, yeah, I went to Ohio last year and stayed in her driveway for months on end to take care of her. I left Ohio in January when it was when I got her to her last chemo and radiation appointment. I'm like, I'm going. I can't do this cold. It was like 5 degrees, 15. It was the high for 3 days in a row was 15 degrees. And I was just like, I can't take it. I can't take it. And yes, I was in 5-degree weather in January. And 3 weeks ago, I was in 107-degree weather out here. I'd rather be in 107-degree weather than 5 degrees. Because guess what? If you're in 5-degree weather outside and you don't move, you'll die. If you're in 107-degree weather outside or inside and you don't move, you'll live. Like, it's best if you don't move when it's hot. Like, so, yeah, my major concern is keeping my sister alive. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I didn't worry, because I don't worry anything. Like, that's not in me. I put all my trust in God, so there's no worry in me. But it was still a major concern, because, like, yay or nay, is she going to live or is she going to die? Because it really looked touch and go for 2 months. The last 2 months, like, you know how many times she's called me FaceTime, and she just looked like she was about to die. Like, seriously. But no, she's going to live. Now my next major concern, I'm not going to call it issue. My next major, issue, concern, whatever. My next major stumbling block is getting gainfully employed. Maybe I'll have enough courage to call tomorrow to see how much these warrants are. Because these warrants are from over a decade ago. Literally. And you're like, why didn't you get... Because if I'm not doing those things anymore, I don't feel like I should be punished for those things anymore. I went to jail for them. One of them I bonded out. I paid $1,000 to bond out. Shouldn't that cover it? Like, I didn't feel like I ran from anytime they told me I had to go back to court. I left the city. I left the state. And they're non-extraditable warrants. And honestly, I was in Las Vegas 3 years ago, and they reminded me I had a warrant in that city. And they're like, but we see you change your life around, so we're not going to arrest you. And I'm like, thank you. Good looking. But yeah, my major concern is becoming gainfully employed. And then I will be all right. So that's my next venture in life, is being gainfully employed so I can get back on the road. All right, I've been here for like 19 minutes. I will see you in the next episode, hopefully with some good news. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.